Most people think a clean house is just about discipline, or maybe perfectionism. But what if that's not the real reason at all? What if the need to keep everything clean is actually a quiet conversation happening inside the mind? One that most people never hear. You've probably seen it before, or maybe it's you. The constant wiping of surfaces, the urge to fix things that aren't even messy, the discomfort when something feels out of place. It's not just about dust or dishes. It's a feeling, a tension, a need for something to feel right. And when it doesn't, something inside feels unsettled. Imagine coming home after a long day, your mind already tired, your thoughts scattered, and the first thing you notice is the clutter. Not because it's extreme, but because it feels loud. Almost like it's speaking to you, so you clean. Not because you want to, but because you need to, because somehow it makes everything inside you quieter. Psychology shows that our external environment often reflects our internal state, but more importantly, it can also regulate it. This means cleaning isn't always about control over space. It's often about control over emotion. And that's where it gets interesting. Because beneath the surface, the habit of always keeping things clean can come from something much deeper than people realize. For some, it begins with a subtle anxiety, not always obvious, not always overwhelming, but always present, a low hum in the background of their thoughts. Cleaning becomes a way to manage that hum, a way to feel grounded when everything else feels uncertain. For others, it's rooted in identity. Somewhere along the way, they learn that being put together means being worthy, being respected, being safe. So the clean house becomes more than a space. It becomes a reflection of who they are. And then there are those who grew up in environments where things felt chaotic or unpredictable, where control was missing. And now, as adults, they create order not just around them, but within them, using cleaning as a tool to build stability. You see, what looks like a simple habit is often a silent strategy, a way to cope, a way to feel something they might not even be able to explain. But here's the part most people miss. It's not always about the cleaning itself. It's about what happens after. The brief moment of calm, the sense of clarity, the illusion that everything is okay, even if just for a while. And that's where the mind begins to rely on it. Because once you've felt that relief, even for a second, you start chasing it again, without even realizing it. But what if the real question isn't why some people keep their house clean all the time? What if the real question is what they're trying to quiet within themselves? Because the truth is, a perfectly clean space doesn't always mean a peaceful mind. Sometimes it means the opposite. Sometimes it's a way of avoiding something deeper. Think about it. Have you ever started cleaning when you were overwhelmed, stressed, or unsure about something in your life? That sudden urge to organize, to fix, to reset your environment? It feels productive, almost comforting. But in many cases, it's a form of emotional redirection. The mind choosing order outside because it feels harder to create it inside. And this is where the perspective shifts. Keeping your house clean all the time isn't necessarily a strength or a flaw. It's a signal, a pattern, a message from your mind about what it needs. For some, it's peace. For others, it's control. And for many, it's a sense of identity they don't want to lose. So instead of judging the behavior, what if we understood it? What if we asked, what am I really looking for when I do this? Because awareness changes everything. And from that awareness, small changes can begin to happen. Not drastic ones, just simple shifts. Like learning to pause before reacting to the urge to clean and asking yourself what you're actually feeling in that moment. Or allowing a little imperfection to exist without immediately fixing it, just to see what comes up internally. Or even creating other ways to feel grounded, like stepping outside, taking a breath, or sitting with your thoughts instead of escaping them. These aren't about stopping the habit. They're about understanding it. Because the goal isn't to become messy or careless. The goal is to become aware, to realize that your environment doesn't have to carry the weight of your emotions. That peace isn't something you create with your hands. It's something you allow within your mind. And maybe, just maybe, The cleanest space you can ever create isn't your house, but your thoughts.